All right. So, and we've already seen the Qs march higher, but let's just take a look at Apple for a second because it's interesting. They have this big announcement, right? This VR virtual reality headset that they're putting a lot of focus, money, and a lot of forward expectation of growth is being pulled forward. So we have Apple, same idea, right? January effect came in full view, by the way. October wasn't as important as basically January when tech softened. And then we had this very, very nice level of resistance, this 157, which had worked before. But in any case, it pulled back. It was shallow. Here's your 10-week. And then it got very bullish. And then it broke through. When? Bank bailout, right? So growth has literally been moving high off the January effect. But then it had a week pullback. And then obviously it got strongly supported in the bank bailout. And here we go, right? Lots of cash. So that's also considered safety. And the concentration risk rally, I've talked about it ad nauseum. It's just been incredibly different this time. It's been really, 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 really strong in bidding up the S&P, right? You got, depending on how you shake a stick at it, between 3 and 7 of the leading tech stocks have attributed all of the gains, and the rest of the market is flat. This is equal weight, which has obviously been failing. This is mega cap. I've got my own version of that, which I've shown before, which was even more extended. Anyway, the point, that's a percentage change chart. Anyway, the point is we have a rotation starting, but tech is still bid, and Apple in particular has an event tomorrow. So I don't know if you can see this, and if you remember, which is more important. So 182.94 is the all-time high from this January 2022 when NASDAQ started to roll over, right? A lot of the sectors had rolled over prior in February 2021, and then June, July of 2021, and then October, November, December, the major mega cap tech plays started to soften, which was distribution I warned about, and then rolled over, which I also warned about literally in January 2022, expecting a 20% pullback in SPY. We had it, a 35% pullback in NASDAQ. I didn't time that 35% pullback, but the timing of rolling over, yes, but not the amount, percentage change. And then it got defended. So we're literally using these channels of monthly and quarterly. And you can see that last week it gapped higher, right? With SPX getting above that weekly gap fill. And that was kind of important. So the other thing that's important, because it has this event tomorrow or this week, I forget what date it is. So it's kind of like buy the rumor, sell the news potential. It is extended, but it's Apple. And it's very much in keeping with those 185 calls. Do you remember pre-earnings? This is earnings right here, right? And I saw massive, not a little, but massive calls being sold at 185. And I said, don't be surprised if we go there. So we're almost there, like literally pre-market, we're almost 183. And that 185 area that had the massive calls is absolutely getting that magnet treatment right before their major event. So again, Apple into 185 is still baseline bet. Apple at 185, just way easy. This is going to tag those calls. Then we'll see what happens. But that's typically what huge size does. You can also see the gap up in Apple. See this little pink? Right to here, still picking up to 185. I'm still on that. I'm still on that Apple 185 since pre-earnings. They were protecting, but it's absolutely a magnet only because it was ginormous size. Probably going to have a little bit more push here with Apple into that 185, and then I fully expect some digestion there. Pretty cool, I know, because that's where those calls are. But I have to tell you, it's still bullish. There's nothing under the sun more bullish than a 45-degree angle above the 10-week. And now it's broken above and gapped up last week. We're getting exuberant, which means we will be setting up for a fake breakout fast failure